Wagwan! Welcome to another amazing episode of Success Diet, the show that seeks to educate, motivate, and inspire. Now, today we're going to talk about 10 ways in which you can minimize risk in your business as a young entrepreneur. And by young, I mean persons between the ages of 18 and 35. But if you're above 35, knocking on 40, and you're just starting out in business and you love the idea of entrepreneurship, this is also for you. Even though it is said that by age 40, you should have already have your life figured out. But nevertheless, let's move on. So, you're just starting out in business and you have all these amazing business ideas that you can't wait to go public with. But you have no money in the bank, you're strapped for cash, and you don't even have $1 million to test out all your amazing ideas just to see which one works best for you. But you really want to go into business just to see if you are cut out for it and to see what the future holds for you as a young entrepreneur. You may have heard about the statistics of all these businesses that have failed within the first 3 to 5 years of operation. And now you are a bit skeptical about starting your own. Now, I'm going to give you 10 tips in which you can minimize failing as a young entrepreneur. And even if you do fail, you will do it in a way that is not very damaging to your business. But before I go any further, I want you guys to destroy that like button. Yes, destroy it. Don't forget to subscribe and share this channel with your friends. Oh, leave me a comment. You can say things like, what's up, what's going on, wagwan, everything good? Ask me some questions, something that you want me to talk about in our next video. But without further ado, let's get into the video. Tip number 1, do a business plan. The very first thing you should do is a business plan. The 3 main rules of running a business, in my opinion, is to provide value. Number 1, provide value. Number 2, find a way to deliver the value. And number 3, find a way to get paid for the value you provide. Now, if any of the 3 rules that I just mentioned are not working together properly, then you will be in a really bad spot as a business person, right? If you can improve people's lives by adding value through your products and services, they will in no doubt pay you for it. They will walk a mile just to get your service and your product because you're making their lives better. Now, this is why you need a business plan, to plan out how you will provide your value to your customers, how you will add value to them, to plan how much time it will take for you to bring your ideas in front of your customers, how much money it will take. You know, there's a famous saying that says, if you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. And you don't want to be on that end of the spectrum. Tip number 2, start small at first. Yes, start small. I know you may have this amazing business idea and you are ready to set the world on fire, and you can't wait to spend it all on production and marketing, and you can't wait to be the number 1 business person in your country. But stop a minute. Before you do so, you should think about it. The last thing you want to do is to spend all your money and time on a fully blown product or service that nobody wants or even cares about. The first thing you should do is to do market research to find out if your product or service will actually work. There's a design process called KIS. Keep it simple. If your dream is to be the next Walmart, you can start off by having a small corner stall and gradually work your way to the top. Take the company Apple for example, which started off in the garage of former CEO Steve Jobs, and now it is one of the greatest and largest tech company in the world. Tip number 3, create an MVP. I know you're probably thinking along the lines of sports right now, but the MVP that I'm talking about right now is actually the short for minimum viable product. And yes, you should create a minimum viable product. Think of this as the alpha version of your product or service. It should have all the necessary and really important features. It's kind of a way for you to test out the market that you're venturing into. And even if it fails, at least you won't lose a whole bunch of money because it will cost just a fraction of what the actual product will cost. It should have just enough features to be of value for the customer to want to buy it. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it has to be the best representation of the actual product or service that you're trying to sell. Tip number 4, do proper market research. You should take full responsibility for the growing and failing of your business. You know, some people will have the right product for the wrong market, while others will have the wrong product for the right market. Or you may have the right product, the right market, but bad timing. Or some will even have the right product, the right market, the right timing, but bad marketing strategies. They don't know how to sell the products they have. In this era, just about anything can be sold if you have the proper information. I know of a company that sold pet rocks to their customers. Pet rocks. And yes, you heard it right. And yes, they made millions of dollars doing so. A good example of having the right product but wrong market would be trying to open up a fancy fine dining restaurant in a very poor area. What are the odds of people in that area affording your services? This is why market research is so important. If you have a product, make sure that there are people out there who want to buy your product, right? And find out where they are and put your business in front of these people. Tip number 5, know when to quit and when to pivot. The difference between pivot and quitting is that sometimes the product or service you offer is just not working out and you need to abandon the situation altogether. While pivoting is just changing the direction of the business. It could also mean to change the entire look of the brand, even though it's the same product. The main point that I'm trying to get across is that you should learn how to change with time. Tip number 6, do not quit your day job. I repeat, do not quit your day job. I know this is a little controversial and it could be debated by many, but if you are just starting out in business and you do not have millions of dollars to promote your brand or start your business, furthermore to live a luxurious life, then chances are you will need your business, you will need your day job, I should say. You will need all the money or capital you can get in order to get your business off the ground. There is something called calculated risk, and if you quit your day job in order to start a business, then chances are you will go broke very soon. You should only quit your day job when your side hustle is making more than or equal to what your day job is paying you. Tip number 7, diversify. Find other products and services you can sell in order to make more money. Do this when your company is making enough money and you no longer have to babysit it. Start another business and dominate. 2 examples of companies that diversify are Avon and Nokia. Before Nokia started selling smartphones, they used to be a paper company, while the company Avon sold books. Diversifying only means more money in your pocket. Tip number 8, be up to date with what's going on in the economy. If you are not up to date with what's going on around you, you can be easily overrun by new technology or trends. Since the evolution of the internet and online shopping, many brick and mortar stores have failed due to the fact that they could not adapt to changes. You do not want to be one of those. Netflix started off as a DVD rental company, but they are smart enough to switch to streaming their movies online, and they managed to survive the changes. No matter how big or small your business is, you need to be aware. Tip number 9, know your numbers. As a business person, you should know how to calculate your money. I'm not saying that you should be a major mathematician or some mad scientist, but you should at least know how to calculate your monthly expenses and your monthly revenue. If you do not know your money or your numbers, then chances are your business have failed before it even started. So get to know your numbers. Tip number 10, you should be the best at what you do. You should provide quality products and services, and you should accept that no one is better than you. Your company should be the best. Steve Jobs said it best. Everything is based on a simple rule. Quality is the best business plan. Giving a good customer service will have people feeling appreciated, and they in turn will spread the word and bring you more business. This is definitely one of the best ways to minimize risk and to prevent your business from failing. Thanks for sticking around, and don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to my channel and share this channel with your friends. Peace.